and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here for the first time then welcome. My name is Trina-Louise and over here on this channel we do all things plus size fashion and beauty. So for today's video I am finally doing a shoe haul for you. Now I've wanted to do a shoe haul for a while because I have quite awkward feet. They are a size 9, which means it's difficult to begin with to buy shoes, and they are also wide, so it makes it even more difficult. I have measured the circumference of my foot just to let you know how wide they are, so that might help you when you are thinking about buying shoes that I've tried, so you can compare the size of my foot to yours. The circumference of the widest part of my foot is 10 inches, so hopefully that helps. So in today's video, I am going to be trying out shoes from Fashion Nova. Now, I didn't know that Fashion Nova did a size 9. They go up to a US 11, which is a size 9. But yeah, I just didn't know. So when I saw that, I was like, we are going to have to give these a try because Fashion Nova have some amazing shoes. They unfortunately do not have a like extra wide foot option. They're all just straight standard widths, so that's just something to bear in mind as I go. But hopefully this will help you one, see the kind of shoes that Fashion Nova has, and two, see if you think they would fit your feet or not. So yeah, I think that is enough rambling. I have already filmed try-on clips of me trying on the shoes, so I can show you that and I can talk about it as we go. So yeah, enough rambling and let's get on with the video. So the first pair of shoes that I picked to try were these gorgeous flower chain detailed golden sandals. Now I thought these just looked absolutely gorgeous and actually quite individual. Like I've never seen a sandal before where the like bit that you do up is a chain, so I thought that was quite individual, and I think they are just absolutely gorgeous. They're quite reflective, so you can probably see my camera and things. So sort of quality wise, they look really nice. Like the detailing on the chain just looks absolutely gorgeous. Like yeah, really happy with the quality, to be honest, of these. Like the bits don't look like they're going to fall off. They're not glued on, they are sort of attached with a sort of buckle system. So they do look really well made, and the chain doesn't feel like the most expensive metal obviously, but it feels sturdy enough. Now when it comes to the fit, unfortunately, as you will see in the video, this strap on the foot was too small for my the width of my feet, so unfortunately it didn't work. They didn't work for me because of that. The chain did fit around my ankle, as you can hopefully see, but I just couldn't get my foot through. So if your foot is as wide as mine is, these are probably not going to work for you. Lengthwise, I think they would have been long enough just. So I think if you are a larger size 9, these might not be for you. If you're on the smaller sort of scale of a 9, these would work, but only if you have a less wide foot than me. But they're gorgeous. Like I absolutely love them, and honestly I'm really sad that these didn't fit, because yeah, these would be so pretty for summer with a pretty maxi dress or a skirt. So absolutely gorgeous, but yeah, didn't fit me. So this next pair of shoes are really quite different for me anyway, but I really liked them, and they're sort of a block heel with a square toe, and they are strappy, and you tie them up with this sort of fun lace that goes up your leg. Now these are really different and really fun, and you don't really that often get super fun shoes that are a wide foot that fit a wide-footed 9. So when I saw these I thought I have to try them, but you're gonna see a bit of a theme in this video because they didn't work. As you can see in the try-on section, this bit was just too wide for my toes to go through. Lengthwise, I think it would have been absolutely fine, but I could just about get my toes through, but it was really, really painful, and I wouldn't be able to wear them at all, which is a shame, because I think they're really, really cute. I'm not sure how keen I was on this bit tying up on my leg. I kind of felt a little bit like, when the butcher ties up a bit of beef. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how much of a fan I was of that on me, but I think it's a really cute detail. I just don't know how I, oh, just hit myself in the face, how I felt it looked on me, but they didn't fit anyway. But again, like quality wise, they look good. The colours are super bright. There is a bit of padding here. Unfortunately not here. That would be great. But yeah, there is sort of padding up to there. Looks really well made. Just, yeah. Unfortunately, again, they didn't fit. But if you have maybe a less wide size 9 foot, I think the length for these were fine, as you can see. But yeah, unfortunately, didn't work for me. So the next pair of shoes that I picked were these really simple but really nice black leather boots. I don't know if they're actual leather, they're probably not leather, they're more like probably pleather or something like that, but they're absolutely gorgeous. The heel is probably a little bit higher than I would normally go for, but I just thought everyone needs a pair of nice, simple, but yeah, nice. I need to find some better describing words today. Everyone needs a pair of black boots. And these are really nice. They are quite structured on the heel and on the toes, but then this part of the boot is much softer, and it's kind of a soft material inside. This isn't very thick. It's not the most thin, but it isn't very thick. Now, as you can see in the video, the problem that I had is that I couldn't get my foot to fit in because my feet are wide. I just couldn't get my foot to fit in the shoe. So these just didn't work for me at all. I can't tell you if the length would work because obviously they're at such an angle that unless you get your foot in, you're not gonna know. But in terms of the quality, again, they're really nice. Like, I really like them. They have a little bit of a point to them, but it's more of a rounded point than a like point. So yeah, again, really nice. The ankle doesn't look the biggest, so if you have a sort of chunkier leg, you might struggle with that. Again, I wish I could tell you if it fit my leg, but I can't because I couldn't get it on. But yeah, they're really nice. Oh, this video is really painful for me, guys, I'm not gonna lie, because yeah, they're really, really nice, and if they are the right size for you, amazing, because I love them. But yeah, unfortunately, another pair that didn't work for me. So the next pair of shoes that I picked to try are these really nice white leather effect sandals with the really pretty like rope platform around them. Now, I thought these would be great for summer, going to the beach with a maxi dress, again, that kind of thing, but surprise, surprise, they didn't fit. Looking at the shoe, the quality is all right. You can sort of see that there's a bit of the rope kind of fraying there, and maybe like bits kind of coming out here, so not the best. It is cushioned here and yeah, all the way down here actually, up to about there, which is nice, but it would have been nicer if this bit was cushioned too. So quality wise, kind of average, I'd say, but fit wise, didn't fit. I think you can see that the side of my, just above where my little toe is, was really sort of sticking out and kind of over the shoe, and I was really struggling to get my toes in, and then I also couldn't do it at the buckle. So this wasn't gonna fit in any way, shape or form, but they are nice and they would be really good for summer. But again, they just didn't fit me, which I'm probably going to stop saying now because, spoiler, none of them really did, which just goes to show that they do a size 9, and I would say lengthwise it was probably a tiny bit shorter than I'd want it to be, but it would have worked. So they do size 9s, but I just don't think they're wide foot friendly. But yeah, they are nice. Not the best quality, but yeah, still quite nice. So these next boots make me really sad because I love them and I really wanted them to fit, but again, I couldn't get my foot in, as you'll see in the try on. But they are absolutely gorgeous. They're kind of a, is it patented or patented? I think it's patent, burgundy coloured pleather type material. They do have the elastic here, but there's not enough room for me to have got my wide foot in. The sole is this kind of rubbery bottom and this heel is solid and chunky. It is again a bit higher, but not too high. What I might do is include the heights of the shoes for you in the little information that I provide you, but yeah, quite chunky, so would be quite comfortable for this kind of heel. But yeah, really nice. I really like these. Quality wise, I don't know if you'll see, but like the glue work isn't the tidiest. It's not the worst, but I can just kind of see a couple of little bits of glue that are kind of where they shouldn't be. Let's have a look at the other one. Yeah, like there's just a bit of glue that's kind of spilled onto the shoe. Yeah, you can see where I've been trying to put my foot in, but unfortunately it's just not worked out. So yeah, again, really nice. And if you had non-wide feet, I think these are gorgeous, but again, they just didn't work for me. I feel like we should like take a shot every time I say didn't work for me. That could be a fun game for this video. So the next pair of shoes I picked are another pair of black boots, except these ones are really shiny. They have a bit of a pointier toe. It's still rounded, but it's a little bit more narrow, which should have been a sign. And I feel like they have a bit of a shorter heel than the Burgundy boots do. But this is like a really shiny material. It's a bit thicker, sort of in this part of the shoe, and then really quite thin here. And so as you'll see, I couldn't get my foot in again, but I was quite wary that this part is quite stretchy, and I was really worried that I was going to damage the shoes trying to get them on. Looking at it, I don't think I have, but it's just something to bear in mind. This is quite a thin and stretchy piece of material. Let me just have a look at the other one. No, I think it is okay, but I feel like this is the kind of material that's gonna like mark and dent quite easily, but it's looking okay at the moment. Really nice, fun shoes again. Other than the fact that this is quite thin, I think the quality is actually quite good on these. They are the ones that have the like patented material on the heel as well, so if you like nick the heel, it's gonna damage the like fabric material that's on the heel, but I think it's a really nice effect and it fits in with the shoe. So again, their boots are really gorgeous, but yeah, just not wide foot friendly, but really nice. So there's one more pair of boots that I picked to try, and I don't think you're ready for them. I don't think you're ready for them because they are gorgeous. They are shoes that I would have never thought in a million years I would have picked or liked, but they are gorgeous. They're these snake print ankle boots, again with quite a high chunky heel that I will have inserted the measurements for, but quite structured, with a bit of a round toe but not too pointy and narrow. These are gorgeous. The quality of them just looks amazing. Like I can't see or fault anything. Oh, she spoke too soon. There is some glue spillage like here. Can you see the yellow that's kind of spilled over? Oh, and sort of all up this seam. So I don't know if you could do anything about that, but that yellow is quite off-putting. I feel like my lights might be a little bit bright for you to fully see, but that's a shame because it's not like that on the other shoe, though there is a bit of glue like just randomly across the shoe. Again, I don't think that'll pick up. So glue wise, not great. Everything else, like I was about to say these shoes are amazing quality, but yeah, that is a huge shame. So these I could just about squeeze my poor feet into, like just, but I couldn't do up the shoe. So I couldn't wear them. Not that I would have wanted to because, ouch. But yeah, that is a shame. I feel like the quality has been quite hit and miss, like almost there, but then the gluing just seems a bit lazy, especially with it being so yellow. Like that's just that's just a bit pants really. But other than that, they feel like quite a thick material. The heel feels quite solid. This one's a bit less chunky but still chunky. But yeah, gorgeous. But yeah, they didn't fit me. So yeah, that's another shame. So for these next shoes, I don't know who I thought I was. I thought I was some really cool, hip, trendy person that wouldn't say cool, hip and trendy, which should have been a sign that I'm not, because I picked some of these sock trainers to try. Now, I think these look quite cool on other people, I think. So I wanted to try them. I wanted to try and be hip. But yeah, they didn't fit me. I couldn't get my foot in. They are kind of a stretchy material, but there isn't much stretch at all, so I could just not get my foot in. And I'm not mad about it, because these just feel like if Poundland did shoes, this is what they would be. Like, just the quality is not there. It just doesn't look great. The foam feels like just really quite cheap, like it's literal like foam. I feel like I could just press my fingernail into it. So yeah, I'm not that impressed with these. I just think, yeah, just maybe that's the design, but I honestly just think that if you like, they would stain. I feel like the detailing is just not very good. I think it's a bit weird how they kind of curve up a bit. Is it like elf shoes? And like, yeah, if you try and pull them down, it's a bit of a, you can see it pulls the shoe. So they didn't fit me, and actually out of all the shoes, I'm not bothered. So unless this is what the style, like this design is meant to be like, which I don't think it is, I wouldn't recommend these ones, unfortunately. So we're on to the second to last pair of shoes, and it's these black slip-on trainer shoes with a snake print pleather kind of material. Now these are heavy shoes actually. Like, I don't know why I'm trying to be like, that's how heavy they are. But they are heavy, and they do feel really well made. Like, they're thick. Not thick, but just structured, if you know what I mean. They've got a bit of a platform to them, and yeah, I think they're just quite cute. Now, I could get my foot in these, but just because you can get your foot into a shoe does not mean you should wear it, because it was tight. It was tight. So unfortunately, again, don't fit for me, but don't work for me, but they almost did. So if your feet are a little bit less wide, then maybe these will work. And they feel like they'd be quite comfy. Like, they're not extremely padded, but they're a bit soft inside. There is some scuffing on it, on this shoe. I can't say whether that was me whilst trying them on, or it came like that. So I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but it just shows they're easily scuffed. But I guess that's because it's kind of like a white rubbery material. But yeah, there's not really any scuffing on this one. Maybe a little bit. It's just a little bit mucky, but nothing major. But yeah, the quality is there with these ones. I'm quite impressed. Can't get over how heavy they are. But yeah, I think they're really fun. And they nearly fit me, but they were not going to be comfortable. So yeah, unfortunately, a no. So we're on to the last pair of shoes, and it's these bright white trainers. Now, they don't look the most expensive, but they don't look that cheap either. The sole is really, really thick and solid. Like, you can see I can't bend them. So I don't know what that will mean for wearing them. Like, listen, they are solid, and yeah, quite thick. And then they just lace up. They went on my foot, but they were tight. Like, I think you can see my toes were so tight at the front. So again, they didn't work for me in my wide feet, but they do feel like they're a good quality. They do have some like red marks on the back, and this one is quite scuffed as well. So I've tried these on, and then I've kept them all in a bag. I don't know if the red is from the Burgundy Boots or the scuff is from another pair of shoes. I'm not 100% sure, but they are a little bit mucky, unfortunately. But other than that, they do feel like they're good quality. I can't believe how thick they are. But yeah, again, just didn't fit, and I don't know how comfortable the thickness would make them to wear. So yeah, again, not for me. So that is all 10 pairs of shoes that I had to try. And I don't know who this video was more painful for, you because you just had to sit and watch me moan, or me because I had 10 pairs of beautiful shoes that I couldn't wear. But do you know what? That's what these videos are about. It is a testing video. It is to find out if things work or not. And if you have a size 9 foot with a circumference of 10 inches, these will not work for you. So we've achieved something. We have learned something. There has been a purpose to the pain. What I would say is there was a mixed bag of quality. The boots were gorgeous. Like, I love the design and the style and the variety. Just the quality was a bit hit and miss. So if they had fit, I would have loved the burgundy boots. I would have loved the snake print boots. I would have loved both black pairs of boots, the sandals. I think I would have loved everything apart from the cool shoes. I would have worn all of them apart from these. So if they are the right size for you, you've got to bear in mind the quality. But yeah, there were some really nice shoes there. Just, if they could have a wide-footed option and they could sort those quality problems out, I would be really excited. But unfortunately, if your feet are like mine, I cannot recommend Fashion Nova shoes to you. So yeah, that is everything for today's video. I will be putting these up on my Depop for obviously a discounted price, then you can get them online. Anything that I make from the Depop from my Depop just gets reinvested into the channel and helps me to buy more things to test out for you. So I'll put the information for that like magically down here and in the description box. So if there's any that you want to check out, please do. Let me know what you think. Were you impressed? Were you disappointed? And let me know. I was going to say let me know where you'd like me to try shoes from, but it's quite difficult. It's quite specific where I can get my shoes from. So I can get shoes from Evans and I can get shoes from Simply Be. I can get some shoes from Primark and I can get even less, but some shoes from New Look and Asda. Their wide fitting isn't as generous, but there are some I can make work. So out of those options, let me know if there's any that you'd like me to do a haul from, or if you've got any suggestions of places that I just might not know about, please do let me know. But yeah, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.